Hey, how's it going, everybody? I have a very special treat for you today. I'm uploading a lost interview. It's always very nice to have a backup of things in case, they get deleted, they get corrupted, whatever. And in this particular instance, I decided to get a backup due to an unreliable track record of a certain person named Mop. Some of you might know who that is, a former friend and associate of the channel. And yeah, so this interview, there's you guys know there's so much lore behind this. Just with Erick in general, we have an entire nighttime nostalgia episode on Erick, who he was, that was recorded at the 2018 meetup. So definitely check that out if you're curious about why this interview was so important. But yeah, this interview took place on June 26th, 2019, shortly after I really reconnected with Erick for the first time after the shit that blew up in 2018. We go into that in this interview, and yeah, this was originally recorded as a part of Mop's Ultra Moon Let's Play because that was the LP where a previous Erick interview that was just done by Mop. It was just him and Erick because that LP was sort of supposed to be uh, like the thing that they did together, like how Mop had an LP with all of us, like how we did our Kirby's Adventure LP. Yeah, Ultra Moon was like that for him and Erick, and they had he interviewed, quote unquote. It wasn't much of an interview, more so just Erick spewing bullshit. Uh, but he interviewed Erick when Erick wouldn't talk to us in 2018 during in that LP, and then this was supposed to, and it was in that LP again, Ultra Moon, the LP where all the shit goes down. But as some of you may have noticed, there are currently no videos on Mop's channel, so the Erick interview is gone. Or so you may have thought. It is here today, folks, because I recorded this while Mop was recording as well, just to make sure I had a backup for this. And I'm glad I did, because Mop made the horrible, totally disingenuous, destructive decision to delete all of his videos. So, here you go. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm mainly uploading this for some people like Cam, who really wanted to watch the Erick interview. We're very excited about it, but never watched it while it was up on Mop's channel for like 3 months. So yeah, here it is. Just some historical preservation. I'm putting this up here because it's gone from Mop's channel, but I think it's an important part of STC history because it's a rare moment where we actually reconcile our differences with someone who we previously had beef with. I don't know if that'll ever happen again. So yeah, enjoy.
And just wanted to answer any questions you guys had and tell my side. And yeah.
All right, sounds good. Is there anywhere in particular that you want to start?
Yeah, so first I want to start off with why I decided to do what I did, which is this all started, when it really got bad, when I decided to block you on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
all those months ago. I think it was like
It's about a year
June or
ago.
July. It
Yeah.
was it was one of those months. So what initially, triggered that is basically the months that I was in STC, um, I was expecting to like be on sort of a flexible schedule, kind of like Cody, where he would just pop in and everything would be fine. I wasn't anticipating, you know, it kind of felt like it was required of me to be in calls every day, and back then I had I was pretty shy and social anxiety, and I was going through depression, and it was just a really hard time in my personal life. And even thinking back on it, it's still like it kind of messes with me to know what I was going through personally, not in STC. It's my fault that I let my personal life, affect the way I was talking and treating you guys. So when we would clown around and tell jokes to each other, uh, being fragile and as weak as I was back then, I was taking it personally. And no matter how many times I said, yeah, yeah, I get it, it's a joke, I was still hurt and I was lying and I wasn't communicating with you guys. And obviously that's on me. I'm not trying to blame, depression or social anxiety, even though they played a part in that. I will admit that a lot of that is on me. And so initially, that kind of messed with me and more than it should have. And as as the months went by and all these jokes, I was taking it personally. And I remember the first time that really struck me that I needed to get out of STC was I remember we were playing Mario Kart one night,
Mm-hmm.
and Ben, he said something. I don't remember what we were talking about, but he told me to kill myself, and obviously, I took that very personally because of the personal stuff that I was going through, and I laughed it off, even though
Right.
it made me uncomfortable. And then when he followed it up by saying something of the like of, "Why are you laughing, bitch? Actually, go kill yourself."
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember there being like an awkward silence after. I didn't know what to say. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
pretty
thing. I don't think any of us knew what to say.
Yeah. So that really struck me, and at that point, I wanted to leave the call like immediately. I'm not sure if I did. Maybe I stayed a little bit longer. But I just wanted to leave and be by myself at that point. And that night, whenever I did leave the call, I thought to myself, is this really where I want to be? And I was projecting Ben's actions onto you guys as well.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's on me. I know, looking back in retrospect and seeing, all the stuff that did, kind of uh, mess with me the wrong way was, it was the actions of one person
Mm-hmm.
and not you guys. I was thinking, oh, maybe these guys endorse what he's saying as well. And, back then I was a pussy. I couldn't stand up for myself. And like, let's fast forwarding all those months, like, uh, you see this person, Nico, and then he's like, you know, talking to you and arguing back and forth. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember this big thing is that I couldn't stand up for myself, which is
Yeah.
true. Like, I was really, like, I was scared. Like, I'm going to admit it, I really was. And, even replying on Twitter and entering that, argument petrified me, unfortunately. And, that's really where I was mentally is I couldn't stand up for myself. So I'll go into that later, the whole stuff with Nico and my friends. So let's go back to when Ben told me to kill myself. So at that point, I was just kind of down and wanted to leave STC, but I still kept on going. I was thinking that, maybe it really was a joke, and it was, but back then I thought that, it was serious. And so I thought Ben's treatment of me would get better as, I was still kind of new to the group. I thought, oh, maybe as these months go by, I'll grow on him. And it doesn't seem like I ever did. And then I remember, the my final, what kind of just was my breaking point was me starting Game of Thrones. I remember starting it and tweeting about it, and then he says, "Oh, and then he says something of like, "Oh, another thing for you to get autistically invested to." And these things were my escape at the time from my personal life. Being having social anxiety and being shy as hell. I just wanted to be by myself. I didn't even really interact with my other friends either in calls or anything. It was just a once in a blue moon thing. And I did put more effort into talking with you guys, although effort's kind of a loose term because I still didn't really talk to you guys either. But I tried putting more effort in talking to you guys, and I did end up talking with you guys more than my other friends. But ultimately, still wasn't a lot of talking between us. And obviously, my communication skills were pretty bad, and yeah, that's a lot of the reason why I
Mm.
decided to leave. But when Ben told me that, I was just it was right before the meetup too, and
Right.
Yeah.
I initially told Mop that I wanted to leave, and then you guys found out, and I was going to wait to tell you guys until after the meetup because I didn't want to
Well, there
sour
were there
the
were several
experience.
times that you told me you wanted to leave as well, but I don't know if that's the specific instance you're referring to. But I do remember you telling Mop that, and then this was around the time that we had that there was some sort of like bet or something that like if you gotten a number of consecutive calls, so like Ben and I would read One Piece
Mm-hmm.
or some shit.
Yeah, I actually made that bet, but didn't want to do it because I wanted to leave. But I still made it anyways because the idea of someone reading, something that I love made me excited. So I thought, you know what, I'll stick with it a little longer. I had no intentions of like leaving as before. Like as soon as I made that bet, like I had no intentions of leaving despite not wanting to make it. But
Mm-hmm.
as soon as things got to me more than they should have, and with everything on my mind, and then Ben's mistreatment of me, it got to me more than it should have, and uh, th- that was just my breaking point. And I, for what it's worth, like as soon as I told Mop, or no, as soon as you guys find out, uh, no, actually, as soon as I told Mop, I instantly regretted it because I knew what would happen, and I knew that it would become this big deal, and you know, obviously, being having extremely low self-esteem and self-worth and depression and all that, and looking into things more than I should have. I wanted to avoid that at all costs, but by then it was too late, and like I said, I originally wanted to wait until after the meetup to tell you guys, the rest of you guys. And, it didn't work out that way, and it became this big mess. And then I was too scared to come to you personally and talk with you guys. And you guys dropped that 1 hour long video of me at the time.
Yeah,
And if I'm
you
going to,
gave us
Mm-hmm.
content to record at the meetup, so there's that.
Yes, you did.
yeah, um, as when you released that, I commented with something like, interesting, or something
No,
like, I
you
don't
said
remember what
I
I put.
see.
Oh yes, I just typed that just so you know that I knew that the video existed, but I didn't watch it, and because I knew that you wouldn't leave me alone until you knew that I knew of it, and obviously not wanting confrontation, I just put, I see, and that was that. And I actually didn't watch the video until a week ago, when I originally, you know, contacted you guys,
Hmm.
and I actually listened to it and watched all of it. And the main reason I didn't want to watch it back in the day was because, I was scared to see what people I still considered friends were going to say of me and joke on me and clown on me. And that was like, if I saw that at the time, that would have just crushed me because my intention was never to cut ties with you guys. I always wanted to remain friends. And when I said that, I really did mean it. Like I have no malicious and I had no malicious intentions, and I never meant to hurt anyone. I was just really fucking dumb, and I had poor communication skills, and I should have just came to talk to you guys about my problems, uh, and worked it out with you guys, come out with some compromise, because I know that you guys are reasonable people, understandable, and you will work with people in your group because you consider people in your group friends.
Hmm.
I just didn't see that at the
Agreed.
time, and like I said, I had low self-worth, so I didn't think that you guys considered me friends at the time, and maybe you guys did, or but I didn't see it that way, and which was a big catalyst for me not deciding to come to you guys and talking it out. And so I watched the video a week ago, and I watched it all, and a year later, having grown as a person and making all these changes in my personal life and being a better person, I feel like you guys made a lot of valid points. And I couldn't see from your guys' perspective. I thought you guys were just trying to fuck with me, like, seeing you guys in my Curious Cats or DMing me or in my my anime list or whatever. Um, like looking back in retrospect, that was all harmless stuff. I just couldn't take it because, like I said, I was a weak person. But looking at the video, guys, now I couldn't understand your guys' perspective because my head was so cloudy at the time, and I could only see through my eyes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but a year later, I understand where you guys are coming from and what it looked like from your side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was scared to see, not now, but like back in the time when the video was released, I was scared to see my friends joking on me and seeing uh, all the jokes about me. And but now, you guys did make some jokes at my expense, but like it's not that really big of a deal. It was most of the entire video, basically, like 95, 98, 99, 99% of the video was fair and valid criticism that I could see now and understand. Like, I really did do you guys wrong, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. I didn't mean to, and I'm not trying to put blame on anything. Ultimately, it's me. I have to take responsibility, and I should have came to you guys, and I really do apologize. I mean that. And going to August when my friends got involved,
Mm-hmm.
I had this private account, and I let my friends follow it, my other friends, and basically what happened is I never sent anyone after you guys because, like I said, I never had any malicious intentions, and I never wanted this altercation to happen at all because I wanted to avoid it at all costs. But basically, what happened is you tweeted out something about Erick goes to this university, and uh, I forget what it said. It says Erick of Sac State or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I quoted it on my private account. My private account. And I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because at the time that was such a big deal, and actually looking back in retrospect, it kind of is because that's personal information. So I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because I was just kind of shocked, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And so my friends saw that, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then I never talked behind your back. They replied to that, and I didn't, say anything back because I didn't want to, I didn't want them to get involved, and so they just started replying to you,
Mm-hmm.
and then they started talking amongst themselves about how that was a bad thing to do to friends, and that how could you do that, and then it eventually turned into this thing where you guys really started going back and forth, and then this person Nico, who's still my friend today, uh, you guys got in an argument. I don't
Oh yeah.
remember. Yeah, it was on the Nicolaterino page, which got suspended.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Twitter for that one.
You
Woo!
guys both got
Yeah, I know. I
suspended,
got
which is
suspended the same day as him. I was because I remember I was on Twitter and I was like I was going to his page because it was like still like the day after the argument. I was like, all right, let's go see what this bitch is up to. And then the page was suspended. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check my mentions. And then Twitter's like, your account has been suspended. I was like, fuck.
in August. Twitter was like on this wave. They suspended everyone. Like
Yeah, they really did.
they were Thanos in that time because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they wiped out at least 45-50% of any Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was everyone's getting suspended left and right, and so basically that's the story behind my private account. I'm pretty sure that's the only instance that I quote tweeted you because, like I said, I didn't want to get anyone involved in this issue between us, which wasn't really between us because I was ghosting you guys, unfortunately.
True.
Like,
Yup.
instead of coming straight to you and finally resolving it, I just left you guys to respond and not reply to me not replying to you guys, and that's the story behind the private account. They kept going at it, and I'd make cryptic tweets on my private about being sad, but that's it, about being sad. And I guess they found out that they just knew that I was referencing this situation, and that's the end of that, I think. You guys got in the big argument on Twitter, and then both got suspended, and then I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's where it ended.
Twitter was like, I'm gonna end this shit right now.
Yeah, and that was the last we talked. I'm pretty sure it's been like 10 months, and Ben, being a lot of the reason that I left, it's been a year, and I don't hold any ill will towards him anymore either.
I would.
It's been a year. It's been a year. Maybe he's changed as a person.
He hasn't.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say nah.
He hasn't.
Maybe you guys know a little bit more because you guys continue talking after, and it's been a shorter time since you guys, parted, so you would know more about that situation. And maybe I'd be open to speaking to Ben as well eventually, and making amends, because I wanted to leave on good terms with all of you, and I just want to give Ben the benefit of the doubt, and that's basically it. And also I did a lot of wrong too, like more aside from this entire situation. In your video, you guys brought up about me talking about One Piece and essentially forcing it down your throats, and you're right. I really did. I bring it up, and Ben made this valid point of him, saying he no, not stand up. What was it? That Batman reached 500 million sales or whatever, and then I was like, well, One Piece has this many sales, and he really was right. There was no reason for me to bring it up, and to Cam, I do want, maybe you guys can pass this message to Cam, and I apologize for being really obnoxious with One Piece, and trying to bring down Dragon Ball whenever he brought it up. Like, that's not a case of my depression or whatever. That's just me being a bitch. I know now that that was wrong. I was 19 at the time, so I was already grown. I didn't have any excuse to be acting the way I did. I was acting like an immature child, and I still like One Piece. It's not something that it's my number one, and it hasn't been for a good bit. I still follow
ever since you watched Steins Gate.
I don't really stan One Piece religiously. I love it a lot, I do, but it's not really a part of me, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's good.
So I think that basically covers my tenure in STC. If you guys have any more questions or want to know anything else.
Yeah, so there's a few things, I guess, a few questions that I got in there, then a few things I just want to clarify, and I'm sure Mop will have some stuff to say. And then Cam can't be here right now because of work, but he sent me some questions to ask you, so I'll get to those after I do mine. So when you mentioned that you thought that you would just have a schedule kind of like Cody, where you just pop in every once in a while, you're not there for every call and stuff, like that was the expectation. The issue is, it's not that you were just showing up for a few, it's that you weren't showing up for any. So that's what was the cause for concern.
Never there.
And
yeah, what really got to me is you guys asking me every day and hounding me to be in calls. Obviously looking back at it now, that really wasn't bad. My friends just want to talk to me. But just talking to anyone, not just you guys, talking to anyone was just this big chore to me at the time. I just wanted to be by myself, and it wasn't fair to you guys to just not show up. I should have just said, hey, I'm not really in the mood to talk, I'm feeling kind of down, or I just want to be left alone. I could have just popped in the call and told you guys that for a minute, and then left, and you guys would have understand. But I was pretty isolated and not talking to you guys. So
Yeah, I think
there's
that was the reason for the hounding, was the lack of communication, and two is like the convoluted excuses. You just, it's like you would try to find any possible out to get out of talking to us instead of just being straight and front.
Yeah.
And to be fair, whenever there have been periods of time where, say, Cody, for example, has gone a long time without getting on call and has been ghosting us, and we hound him just the same way. So I don't think it was targeted at you just because you're you. That's just how it is.
For sure.
Yeah, I just I thought it was just a me thing. I thought you guys were kind of letting Cody off the hook, and it was just me getting, hounded, and I didn't think that it was happening to anyone else.
Yeah, maybe at that time it wasn't, because I think Cody was pretty active at that time. But trust me.
But if you would have gave it a month,
yeah, if you had just waited 1 month, you would have seen the hounding of Cody.
Yeah.
But the other really big thing I want to talk about and all that is Ben. And when I say big, I mean big. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking humongo. Oh my lord.
So, 100% agree with what you said about Ben. At the time, I probably didn't see it for as bad as it really was, because here's the thing. When it comes to like I guess just jokes or just people being dicks or whatever, I have pretty thick skin. I've got a high tolerance for bullshit like that. So it took a long time for Ben to reach like my snapping point, but it didn't occur to me that like his behavior was so toxic that a lot of other people around who maybe didn't have as thick a skin as me, that they were going to get fed up with that shit way before I did, and that would be a reason for division within the group. And it's not just you, Cam. So this was like November of last year. Cam just disappeared. Like
Oh really?
Yeah, Cam fucking disappeared for like 2 months, and then he finally hit me up and was like, "Look, I'm not going to be in STC if Ben is in the group." And then like we started talking about it, and we all just agreed that Ben's fucking a dick. And we tried talking to Ben about it and like telling him, we told him specifically what our gripes were and stuff. Mop sent him this long ass message, and Ben, he really made no effort to change. So that's why in January we just kicked Ben out. We said we've given him enough chances, and he had driven you away, which we didn't know at the time, but I had actually messaged Mop and I was like, sometimes I wonder if the reason Erick became so avoidant was just because he really just couldn't stand Ben. Because Ben was
which is understandable.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Yeah, because like at the time, like I thought it was all you guys projecting his actions to everyone in the group, but looking back now, it really was just him that where my deepest problems with STC came from, not you guys.
Yeah, I really do think that's it. Is that his behavior was just awful, and I guess to be fair to you, the rest of us didn't really do anything to stop it or speak out against it. So it was like
it should have been me. Like it was my problem, and I should have been the one to fix it, not rely on anyone else. I was just I was weak back then, so it really wasn't something where you guys should have stepped in. It should have been me.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that definitely on the same side as you with Ben, and if any point it seemed like I was supporting any way that he was unfair or vicious towards you, I definitely was not, because he was always, and I don't know, I haven't talked to him since January, but I would assume he probably still is the type of person who can dish out a lot, but he really cannot take anything. He's very hypocritical in that regard.
Yeah.
I guess another thing is, going back to when you blocked me on Twitter, which is I always laugh when I talk about people blocking me on Twitter, because I think I might have been the most blocked person on Twitter before I got suspended. But
so the story behind that was, it was never meant to be a personal attack on you, even though like I blocked you. So it's understandable why you took it that way. It's just I knew that once I blocked you, there was no coming back from it. Like that would be your final straw with me, and that would be a reason for me to get kicked out of
But
STC.
that's the thing. You literally said like it's a temporary block.
Yeah, maybe I thought that it was, but deep down I wasn't gonna unblock you for months, and I knew that would get me kicked. So that's why I blocked you instead of like Ben. And I'm sorry for that because that really was a betrayal on you because you advocated for me to be in the group in the first place, and
Yeah.
that was really bad, and I didn't think about the consequences or what people would think of you and what that said about you, and that was wrong on me. If I wanted to leave STC, I should have just obviously came to you guys. Communication, the biggest problem that I had the entire last year. But I backstabbed the guy that brought me into the group, and was kind to me in terms of putting me in the group and giving me advice about college and school. And I did, after months of it passing, I thought about it and I did feel bad, and I just want to apologize for that.
Well, thank you for apologizing for that. That actually does mean a lot to me because it was definitely like just coming out of the blue, and like you said, I agree 100% that lack of communication was definitely, at least that was my biggest issue with you. If you had just communicated more, I probably would have not been. I really probably wouldn't have been pissed at you at all. I probably would have understood where you were coming from. But it's just the fact that the communication was so sparse is why I was just like, there's some sketchy shit going on here. So yeah. I definitely appreciate that. I guess another thing that I was going to bring up was, you mentioned that like your obsession with media, whether it be anime or manga or whatever, or video games, that was all escapism, and I definitely could see that at the time, which I think is part of the reason why I was so avid about getting you into calls and stuff, so much to the point that I was willing to read fucking One Piece but because I thought that would be a good and positive thing for you to get you out of isolation, like out of a mindset of escapism. And to Ben's defense, I guess, when you mentioned that tweet about Game of Thrones, I think that may have been the place that he was coming from, was that you had this bet that you would get in calls and we all thought it would be good for you, and then you go and start one of the longest fucking series on the planet, like, bro.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's escapism is essentially what that was. Game of Thrones did eventually end up becoming one of my favorite shows ever. When I was bitching about it being bad, I was only 3 episodes in, and it would have been fine to start it, but I can see where you guys are coming from, where it's like, I'm starting this, so I finish it, now I'm starting this. You guys probably thought that I wouldn't make time, which obviously I wasn't. That I was just coming up with more things to not get involved with you guys.
Yeah,
I can definitely see where you guys are coming from on that.
And the last thing that I want to say, because honestly, I think you covered a lot. I don't have any like gotcha questions or anything like that. But there is one thing that I want to say that may not be the nicest thing to say. But Mop and I, we make music. Last year we released the album Mop Frizzy, and on that track, on that album we had a track called Fuck Mox, and we obviously stand by that track, Fuck Mox.
Yeah.
But for Mop Frizzy 2 and Mop Frizzy 3, we're doing a trilogy. We want to have one fuck track on each one. So we made the track list for Mop Frizzy 2 like last year. And on it we had a track titled Fuck Erick, because the beef was hot at the time. And I have already made the beat and my verse for that track. so I want you to know that when that track comes out, I no longer have any hard feelings for you, but
agreed. But stream it, bro, stream it. I mean, if you don't want to stream that track, it's okay, but still stream Mop Frizzy 2 when it comes out.
Yeah, there's not going to be any feelings. Like, I remember, being in STC, I don't know why, but I had this like I really wanted to diss track on myself. I thought that would be funny. So I mean, now that
Well,
we're
here you
talking
go.
to each other right now and clearing the air, it could be something that I could get a good laugh on.
All right, this summer you'll be hearing that diss track.
Yeah.
The beat is pretty hot, if I do say
It
so
is.
myself.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much that all I have to say right now. Mop, is there anything that you think I missed?
No, and you guys both covered everything that I was thinking pretty well. My only question for you, Eric, is do you still believe that ADHD is not real?
It's real.
Well,
The
there
main
you
reason why
go.
I didn't think that it was is because my high school teacher told
Yes,
me.
your high school teacher.
And
Your high
I
school
just never
teacher.
researched into it more, and I just took it at face value and
Well,
ran with it, I guess.
it's good to see that you've changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and add Umby in here since she's on. I guess I can go ahead and ask a Cam question. Let's see. Oh, here's a cheeky one. He said, "Are you and Cody on talking terms now?"
Mm.
Sort of. I mean, we talked on Twitch the other day, and there doesn't seem to be any bad blood between us. And when I said that I never wanted to talk with him, I was being serious because I didn't want to further disrespect you guys because I knew that he was your friend,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to cause problems. I didn't want to cut ties with Cody because, oh no, I'm done, I hate everyone in this group. I didn't hate anyone, like I said. I always wanted to end things on good terms, and that's mainly the reason why I said I wasn't going to talk to Cody anymore. But as the months went by, I really started to miss him, and then I hit him up the other week, or
Mm-hmm.
was it last week? Yeah, and then we seemed to be really good, and uh, I hope that we can continue to be friends after this we're done talking here, and then be on good terms. So I hope to be on talking terms with Cody, and go back to the way things were with him.
That actually does raise a question that I hadn't thought of before. When Cody was doing his midnight release stream of Kingdom Hearts 3, I saw that you messaged him on PSN. Well, at that time, were you already thinking of recontacting the rest of us, or were you just trying to keep it on the down low and only talk to Cody?
Um, I've been wanting to, I've been wanting to talk to you guys since like November, but you know, I couldn't come up with the courage, and I still was still growing as a person to reach who I am today, and I still have a lot of growing to do. Like I'm still super shy and all that, but I'm getting better. And you know, when I messaged Cody in January, he was responding to a message that I sent him in like August or whatever about Danganronpa. So I thought that was funny, and I was like, apparently he was supposed to. I saw, uh, what's that? I forget where I was going with this, but like, he sent the message, and I guess it was supposed to poke fun or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
I just responded with something cheeky, I guess, and that's the only time I talked to him in PSN.
Interesting.
But I was thinking about at that point I already was thinking about getting in contact with you guys.
That's interesting because that was around the time I think that I was talking to Mop. Like, I wonder if Ben is the reason that Eric left. So that's kind of interesting. We were on like the same sort of brainwave of recontacting.
Yeah, and then I saw like I popped into the stream for like a millisecond because like, oh, Cody's playing Kingdom Hearts the day it released. He's probably streaming it, and then I saw Cam comment something with like bring him in here so we can have another rat or whatever, and then I just kind of pulled away the idea of recontacting you guys for like another month. I was like, oh, okay, this guy still hates me. So yeah, we fast forward to like March, April, May, June, and I finally I last week, like it was really dawning on me. Like I decided to pop in on your video to see how you were doing, and I saw your 9th anniversary special,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw the video. I was like, wow, I really miss this guy, and I miss the other guys too. and I left a comment, and that's kind of where I knew I wanted to reach out to you guys.
Nice. So, how did you find out that Ben was no longer in the group?
I think Cody told me.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like a week ago though, where
Yeah.
I was pretty shocked. I was like, "Whoa, he's really out of STC," and which is weird because I thought like he was, one of the untouchables, like you and Mop.
Fuck Ben.
Fuck Ben.
Yeah, Ben thought he was one of the untouchables.
Yeah, he's
Not.
fucking.
And Umby, hello.
Hello.
I saw the 1 hour long video you guys dropped, and I just wanted to say, thank you for the advice. Like, I didn't watch it at the time, but if I did, your words really would have helped me. Like, I know there was some points where the other guys were clowning on me for a few minutes or whatever, but most of the video was fair criticism. But like, you didn't clown on me, and like, I guess you could see through my
That's
act.
a first.
Like you were advising going to therapy, and
Yeah,
you were
I
basically
feel like
encouraging
I've
me to
been
be better.
in your shoes before, so like, I get
Yeah,
it.
so I just wanted to thank you for that.
You just
Because
gotta be wanting to get help, and it kind of seems like you are now. So, you should go
yeah,
for
I'm
it.
a better person now, and yeah.
It's epic to hear.
So, Umby, if you have anything to ask, you can go ahead.
I wasn't really thinking.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
I
just.
didn't know I was gonna get at it. I thought you guys had everything.
I'll ask another Cam question, and if you think anything, you can ask after this Cam question. He said, let's see, which one do I want to do? He said, did you get a job?
No.
All right, that was a quick one.
Who's in your profile picture?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, Persona 3, the protagonist.
Oh, that's what I thought. I recently played Persona 5. I'm playing Persona 4. I love this
Person.
Person. He said, oh, this is a good question. Have you listened to Mop Frizzy, and if so, what are your thoughts, and would you recommend it to anyone?
Is Mop Frizzy the one with that like the cover is Mop with a towel on his head?
Yup.
Wait, did you? Oh
No,
yeah, you did have the
that's not
towel
the
on your
one.
head, didn't you?
Oh.
Well, I mean, it was a blanket, but it looks like a
but
towel.
there was that, and then there was also the cover for Her World.
Oh yeah, but isn't that underpants or something?
Oh,
Or is that a
maybe.
towel?
I don't remember. But yeah, Mop Frizzy has me and Mop on it, and a Kirino body pillow on it.
I think that I did. I think I listened to like the first track,
Oh, nice.
and
What'd you think?
thought it slapped, but
Oh, thanks.
I don't think I listened to much after that.
Well, you missed the Cody diss. I think we mentioned you a few times in the album.
Yeah, I'm
Actually.
trying to remember, where did we mention him on?
Al Dente. I think I mentioned him.
Because there's the one where you say Cali, where Erick lives.
Yeah, that's in Dragon Energy.
Yeah, and then
and then in Al Dente, I mentioned you a couple times.
I think I like alluded to him in Fake Fans.
Yeah, probably.
Because I had that line about skinny jeans. I think that was about Erick. Oh, that's a good question. Do you still wear skinny jeans?
I wear I forget what it's called. I think Slim Straight or whatever. I mean, I still have a pair of skinny jeans, but I don't wear them. They're mostly Levi straight jeans.
I don't know why Cam asked this, but I'll go ahead and ask anyway. Are you talking to Junior again?
I actually did get in contact with him, and we are starting to follow each other, but like, it's not the way it used to be. Like, I guess like we just like, it's like just two random people following at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you and Junior kind of fell out of contact around the same time you fell out of contact with us.
Yeah.
So, I figured that you probably weren't like talking to him a lot anymore.
Yeah.
Cam also asks, are you still watching 8 to 13 anime still?
I haven't watched anime in like since February.
Wow.
And I didn't really watch much anime after like after the entire dilemma with us because I was just like at one point I did think about killing myself, but like that was like looking back at it now, it's embarrassing to think that I was that low. But then as you said, I was finding forms of escapism, and I watched shows like Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I related to this character Shinji so much, which is embarrassing because I hate Shinji, and
Come on, how do you hate
How do
Shinji?
you hate Shinji?
because I see so much of myself in him.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Or
sure I
I
said
saw
before
so
you're
much.
basically Shinji. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that has come out of my mouth.
But Neon Genesis Evangelion is my favorite anime of all time. So
Hey, good taste. Good
Yeah,
taste.
that's a glow up. That's a
That's
glow up.
that's base. That shit made me change myself. I saw that shit. I'm like, dude, I'm Asuka. I gotta change this
yeah,
shit.
and then
Asuka's my
I
best
finished
friend.
Naruto, and then I saw Mob Psycho season 1 in January, and then wait, maybe January was the last time.
Mappa Psycho.
Mob
Mob
Psycho.
Mob.
I've seen Mappa Psycho
Yeah,
like
I've seen that
literally
one.
like a lot of
Yeah,
times,
that's
but like
that's a good one.
yeah, that one's like that one made me realize I need to change myself.
Yeah, and yeah, that was the last time I watched anime,
All right,
and
well, good for you.
Yeah, that's
started taking school more seriously. Sometimes volunteer in my church to help youth group kids in middle school, and you know, I'm doing better. I'm doing more stuff, and
Good. That
more
basically
involved.
answers another Cam question. He said, "Did you pass all your classes?" I'm assuming you did. Hello?
yeah. Hello.
Hello?
The fuck?
No, we cannot.
We cannot hear you. Thought that was me for a second because
Yeah, I thought my shit shitted.
yeah.
Shitted on my shit. Oh,
For the beginning of this video, since Eric doesn't know we're recording, I was having so many fucking audio problems, but don't worry, it was only like the first like 3 minutes.
If you need clean audio, I can send you mine.
Yeah, I might. I'm playing Ultra Moon though.
Yeah.
So that I can
Let's
beat
get it.
Cody.
Fuck
I'm
Cody.
trying to progress. Yeah, I'm trying to progress. This video is gonna be a long one. Or actually, maybe it won't be.
welcome back.
Yeah, what's good, son? We still cannot hear you. I do not think.
Oh,
Rip.
Bye bye.
hello and goodbye.
We might have to.
Oh, I wonder if I just got my fart on camera.
Or
on
camera.
On camera.
He put his ass in front of the camera.
In front of it. In front of it. I just want to catch a legendary already. I didn't even smoke at all in this video. I thought I was going to be smoking the whole video. I didn't even smoke once yet.
That's
All
crazy.
my dealers are fucking gone. Oh my god.
Finally got to see the name raider. Renamed Ben to not Ben, LOL.
Not Ben.
Not Ben.
Yeah, fuck Ben.
Fuck a nigga named Ben.
Yeah, cause his pussy fat. Oh, I just farted again.
H.
Hope it got on camera.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, tell him it's okay. We'll just do some normal commentary while we're waiting on Eric. Fucking Cody today, when he got back on his damn stream, he didn't even check the fucking comments to see if anybody was saying anything.
That's awful.
I donated so many bits to him.
Why did you
while he was
donate while he was
asleep.
asleep?
Yeah, he was asleep.
Why would
Literally
you...
so many. I'm now the #1 person, like the #1 donator.
Why?
I gave him money to play Pokemon Sleep.
Hello?
Oh, shit.
He was playing.
He's playing that pre-release. Yeah, now he can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, so the question was about school?
Yeah, Cam asked if you passed all your classes.
Yep, I'm doing a lot better.
Good shit. Are you still majoring in poli-sci?
Yeah.
Nice. Which questions have I not asked yet? I guess you kind of already answered this. Cam said, when you left STC, did you act the same way towards your online friends like you did to us?
In terms of, staying to myself, I did for a while until like November. But, I made progress and started interacting with my other friends more. And so I guess if you want to look from November onwards, then yeah, I was interacting more with my friends. But it wasn't for like 2 more months until after the entire problem. I was from August, September, October. I was still, trying, just being by myself, isolating myself.
He also asked, did you ever find a goth girlfriend?
I kind of dropped that fantasy or whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I feel that.
Fucking gothers.
Doctor's daughters.
Rexro had a question. Even though you never talked to Rexro, he said, who would you rather fuck, Zoro or Big Mom?
The Big Mom, but with my eyes closed.
It's fair.
Fair enough. I think that's all the questions from the chat. Cam was being a smartass and told you to do a fucking math equation, but I won't ask you that.
Oh, I'm at the cathedral.
That's not a cathedral.
If it's not a cathedral, then why does this bitch want to fight me?
Shit, there was something else I was going to ask. I forgot what it was. I do have a question. So do you remember your retraction?
Yeah.
This is my retraction. Damn.
Iconic retraction that kind of...
It was iconic.
It is
iconic.
It is so iconic.
It still is. Don't get me wrong.
We literally reference that like every day to this day.
We really fucking do.
But
it is.
I do have something I want to say about that, because ever since I saw that video, and I always wanted to clarify something that I felt you were misrepresenting, but I could never get in fucking contact with you and get you to listen to me at that time. When you said that you had to retract your condemnation or whatever, you said, I can't condemn Junior, he's my homeboy, I'm sorry, Willie, I can't do that. Literally, my question said, do you condemn the actions of Junior? I wasn't asking you to condemn him as a person. I said the specific actions to which I was referring to. So really, I don't think the retraction was necessary at all.
Yeah, it was a big misunderstanding. Like, when you commented on the video, I was like, oh, fuck, he's right. Now that I read it again, he wasn't asking me to condemn him as a person.
But Yeah, that retraction shit was funny because you're just like, this is my retraction, and then Mop is like, damn.
What else are you gonna say?
He was literally.
It was his
like-
retraction. It was his retraction.
It was. I was literally like so upset because I was expecting Mop to fucking go in, and then he's just like, damn.
Mop was high.
That is true. I was. I didn't know what to say. I was damn.
Just damn.
That's all I could say.
Yeah, that's all he could say.
Like, it was his retraction.
Did you guys hear the news on Erica?
Yeah.
Oh, we know about the news.
Yeah, we were just talking about that last night.
It fucked me up, honestly. Cause like, I know that you guys didn't like him. I don't remember why, but like something about personal friends stealing music or whatever. But I
That's
watched
done.
Erica for like years, and it was sad. Like,
Yeah.
I did cry a little, but it's sad to see the way things ended because, I could relate to his mental issues. So
Yeah,
I mean,
you just
rest in
always,
peace to the guy.
You always do wonder, like, how many people in your life could, be in the same situation and you not know about it.
Yeah.
But I never hated Etika. I hate a lot of his friends. I think he was friends with a lot of scummy people. But Etika himself, I think, wasn't, like, a bad dude. Now, granted, I didn't like his content. I was never a fan of his content. But still, like, I think that he was a dude who never really did anything that terrible, and it's it's really sad to see what happened to him.
Yeah, it really is. So, you guys got any more questions?
Umby, do you?
Oh no, not really. I guess.
Mop, do you?
I don't think so.
I guess I'll just ask. So when you contacted us like it was like a week ago roughly. Was the first instance of contacting us commenting on my video, or did you message Cody before that?
Your mic cut out there.
Oh,
Did I
sorry.
what with Cody?
Was your first instance of like trying to connect with us, was that commenting on my video, or did you message Cody first?
I commented on your video first.
Damn, yeah, he came straight to my baller ass 9-year video. That's right, everyone, go watch that shit.
Baller ass.
Ball.
Ball in the fucking mall.
I did.
Yeah, dude.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's not an easy feat to accomplish, committing to something for 9 years.
Straight up, son, and it's been a great 9 years, and I could say I was thoroughly shook when you commented on that.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was
bruh.
too, because I was really debating on it, like, going back and forth. Should I comment? Should I not? Because I thought you guys all hated me, and maybe you did up until that point, but I really did want to make things right and say my side. See,
Have to give
so
your
you
one
guys can
piece.
understand my thoughts. And
You had to give that one piece.
yeah.
I guess just one more clarifying thing I could think of is that like you said that you wanted to come on here and basically explain your perspective of things, and I guess just provide an explanation basically. But then when Mop, I think at one point when you were messaging Mop, he said that we were gonna interview you, and you said, I don't like the term interview because I don't have to explain myself in any way.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that literally what you just did? You just explained like your perspective.
It kind of seemed more like a mutual conversation between the two of us. Well, I guess when you look at it, it kind of was an interview, but
Did you
I
think it
said
was
that
gonna be
because
an
I
interrogation?
really don't have to explain myself. Like, I could have just moved on with my life.
Right.
I just wanted to clarify on some things, so we can be on good terms.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Talking with you guys again, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been
You know,
good.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys won't mind me, popping into your videos every now and then.
No,
And,
for sure.
Anytime.
We want all the
Anytime.
support we can get now. We
Yeah.
fucking stream Mop Frizzy 24/7. It's on Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music, every service you can imagine.
We also got real nigga hours.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, we have a
I'll be
vapor.
on Cody's streams from now on. Not all of them, but as many as I
My
can
stream
attend
too.
to, because I haven't been to his stream in like 10 months or whatever. So
Come to Umby's Persona stream so we can reach
Oh, always.
the donation goal.
Yeah, we
Always.
need to get the feet pictures, the more of them.
More feats.
Even though the current goal is to watch anime, I'll have another feet-related goal afterwards.
yeah.
I promise.
So yeah, it's nice talking to you guys again.
Yeah, this went really well.
For sure.
Did. A lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, I was
So,
expecting that there would at some point be some sort of confrontation, but that surprisingly did not happen.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yep. So thank you again for reaching out to us. I do appreciate it, and thank you for clarifying everything. And I hope that we've made amends.
Yeah, I think we did. So have a good day, guys.
You too.
You too.
All right, bye.
See you.
See ya. All right, everybody. So that was the interview. Erick Moon fucking Knight.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that in this video because I'm trying to figure out like where's a good place that I should stop recording. But it'll be in like literally like a second. But yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know if you'll actually watch our content, but one can only hope.
Yeah, if he does,
Yeah.
that'd be dope.
Amazing, yeah.
Every view counts.
Everyone. Everyone is here. You know? Everyone. And with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.
She cunt. Good hour-long session in.
You're getting
What did
closer
you
and
all
closer.
talk about before I got added in?
I wanted to say you gotta watch the video to find out, motherfucker.
Yeah,
That would-
motherfucker.